And over in Australia, banks and beer are boosting the Aussie stock market. Heidi's in Sydney with more heights. Bankers and beer, well, they do go hand in hand, right? I mean, for sure.
Of course. I'm not sure what the correlation is. Maybe the banking stocks are doing so well that all the stockbrokers are out celebrating with a nice cold beer. Or I think it's more the case that the banks are getting a boost from the vote of confidence in Goldman Sachs. This is how the top 3 banking stocks look like, all in the green arrows, with the benchmark index now up by about 2.25%. Foster's shares are rallying as well after Australia's largest brewer had its rating raised to buy from neutral by Merrill Lynch. A notable mover, though, in the opposite direction, Cochlear, which makes hearing implants, is tumbling after its full-year profit forecast missed estimates. The commodity stocks have had a rough couple of days, in particular Rio Tinto over the China spy saga, but traders seem to be putting that to one side, with Rio shares rebounding from yesterday's tumble, up today by about 2.4%. We're also seeing gains for BHP Billiton, and Fortescue is rallying for a second day after CEO Andrew Forrest hinted that Rio Tinto's pain may be Fortescue's gain if Chinese steel mills source their iron ore from Fortescue, as the spy claims taint Rio Tinto. There's a few coal-related headlines as well to report. There are reports in The Australian that BHP has delayed the development of the $3 billion Cable Ridge coal mine in Queensland. What's the point in building a coal mine if the port is always clogged? BHP is leading a campaign for $1 billion upgrade of the Newcastle coal port, which incidentally is the biggest in Asia. The port, however, did pick up its pace last week with coal shipments up 11%. And Haslinda, I don't know if you've ever seen the Newcastle coal port, but it's a bit of a bottleneck. It's about 2 hours north of Sydney, and on any given day there are ships lined up on the horizon waiting to come into port to load their coal shipments. Back to you.
You know, lots of ships being parked in the Singapore waters these days as well, but you know what? There's no work. They're just being parked, and some of them have been parked there for 6 months. It's a lot of the economy. Thank you so much for that, Height.